When JR gets in one of those zones, points come in a tidal wave. How much of a lift is that?
You just find him. You find him. And I know, when I know JR got it going, and which has been a lot for us, you keep giving him the ball. And, you got a hair trigger, so it's great to have on your side.
Did this really start today? Got to you guys. It took you guys a while to finally, get going.
It's definitely something different. Routines get thrown off. My routine was thrown off. It's tough, but it's the game. It's the schedule. You just play the game, and once you get in the rhythm, you just try to ride that wave, which we did.
LeBron, it seemed like their length was giving you.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
it seemed like your length. It seemed like their length had given the Cavs a little problems in the first half, and you guys responded somehow. Can you talk to us about how you solved that?
We just came in. We came in the locker room, made some adjustments on ways we can kind of exploit what they were doing. They did a great job in the first half of taking away things that we know we can execute very well. And for us, we came in. We started talking about ways we can just try to exploit their defense, and we was able to do that.
LeBron, you mentioned you getting better, but third quarter, at the time you kind of seemed to be a little animated in communicating what you wanted to see. Is that sometimes uncomfortable as a leader, the need to do that?
No, I was frustrated with our play, and let the guys know how I felt about it, and we responded. We have a great opportunity to continue to get better. We can't waste that opportunity, and we responded very well.
It's pretty easy to do with this group, isn't it? Because you got 15 guys with one goal.
Well, yeah. That's my only goal is for us to win and win at the highest level. And they respect it. They allow me to be the leader of this team, and I know when to press the button if need be, and I gauge my guys on the right way to do that. And tonight was one of those times where I had to press the button, and they responded the right way.
You often talk about how each game presents a different challenge. The last two games in the fourth quarter, you have really kind of stepped forward. Is that part of rounding into playoff shape?
I just feel good. I feel really good with my game. I feel really good with how I am, my body, and I'd always say every game presents itself. But I understand, for me, going out and taking the pressure off my teammates is what it's all about. And I just try to do that again tonight.
LeBron, in the breakout with JR, when you hit the midcourt line, did you know that pass was going to come to you?
Yeah. I just kept running, and wherever he put it, I can go get it. If he was going to bounce it or trust it or throw it in the air, I can go get it. And it was great to was able to finish that off.
See the progress the Bucks are making, the inability to finish necessarily, but competitive. What did you see from them on the other side as an opponent these days?
They play hard. Jay Kidd, very, very good friend of mine. Love him to death. You got those guys playing the right way. They're playing the right way. They're sharing the ball. They play together and they play hard. And that's sometimes the toughest part, to get guys to play hard and play for one another, and they do that.
LeBron, if the goal is to get better every game, when did you know that this team was ready to get better every game on a consistent basis? What were some of the things that you saw that told you that? And maybe when did you first notice?
Small things, small things. Diving on a loose ball, diving on the ground, taking charges, accepting the challenge defensively one-on-one before you ask for help. It's just small things that happen throughout the course of a season that you see. That guys are really ready to make a real effort to get better and not waste an opportunity. So, we've had some plays this year where you were like, oh, okay, that was a good step in the right direction for our team, and and I recognize that.
Unrelated to today's game, Steve Nash announced his retirement yesterday. What was it like competing against him for so many years? What goes through your mind when you hear that?
I said that. I think I said it before in a quote that if I had to pick one team guy to play with, it would be Steve Nash. He just plays the game the right way. He's all about team, all about his teammates. I love that, and to compete against him, to see him play at such a high level for so long, and was never the fastest guy, never the quickest, the tallest. We know all of that, and for him just to define the odds and be able to put that Phoenix team. Obviously that Phoenix team was a great team. You kind of put them up there with like Sacramento, if I can think of teams that had an opportunity to win one and kind of just didn't win it, and it had everything to do with Steve Nash. He was the catalyst. He pushed the tempo. You talk about tempo, pace and space. They created that, and it was all because of Nash.
Ron, those workouts you had with JR and Akron, early in your career, did that in any way prepare you to, to feel like you got a feel of how he plays on the court and how you can fit on?
Well, for me, I just think over the course of the years, you see, I knew what he's very good at, and for me, it's my job once a guy comes to my team or to our team to put them in their best position to succeed. You don't put JR or any put like Tristan in pick and rolls handling the ball. You let him set it and you let him roll, and he clean glass, things of that nature. With JR, you don't have him running pick and rolls. You have me and Kyrie setting pick and rolls, so he can be the recipient on the backside. You put guys in the right position where they succeed the most, and that's where a team comes together because everyone does their part. And that's all part of having a role, and JR fits his role tremendously and more.
Where does Mons succeed the most, and how do you feel about the job he's done with you guys?
First, his physicality in the interior, both offensively and defensively. I think since Mozgov came to the team, we're fifth in middle in pick and roll defense, and it's just because of his length, his size, and him protecting the rim. And that's huge for our team to have someone that can get down and can guard, pick and roll, and can protect the rim. And also on the other end, it makes the opposing five-man respect him. He did a great job. Night before last versus Roy Hibbert, and Hibbert's always a tough matchup versus anyone. So he's huge for our team.